Coming to the stage, and for the last time here at the Littleton Comedy Show, because he is moving to Thailand, Gary Miller!
Dirty fuckers. Filthy. I got one of those fortune cookies that says you have herpes. Challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. We'll do it. Hey, that's the thing. Like moving to Thailand, like there's the thing. Like you see like other white people in Thailand, you're like, what are you doing here? Like who's with you? Better not be no kids, you know. Like I have that too. Like I get, like I'm moving there, and I'm kind of like, all right. Like there's a lot of weirdos that move to Thailand. Like I've been traveling internationally, been a lot of places recently, and you know, here we're like, yeah, I'm a quarter of this, I'm a quarter of that, whatever. Everybody's just like, you're American. Nobody gives a shit, no matter what. You're just an American. I'm like, how can you tell? Like you're loud. I don't know if you know this, the mic's not even on. Like I was recently in Scotland. I love Scotland, man. What a great country, man. Do you from Scotland?
Yes, sir.
Country? Yes. Born there.
That's where my family's from.
It's your home country. That's how Scotland, they're like, yeah, I wasn't born there. It's my home country. Where were you born? Were you born in America? It's like nobody claims America. It's weird, like you're born here. You're American. You know, we're like, no, I'm Irish. On my mom's side. Like, no, you're fucking American. Where are you from? Boston? Shut the fuck up. My mother, like I will say this, like I love Scotland. Like people just come up and talk to me all the time for like 30 minutes to an hour at a time. Like I just be in the middle of the street, walking up to me like, hi. You know what I mean? Looking cunt, yeah. You fight? No. Oh, you're an American. Tell you what, I'd vote if I was living there anyways. Bunch of fuckers. What are you doing here? I'm a comedian. Oh! Can I tell you a joke?
I'd rather play here.
Which I love, because here everyone's like, tell me a joke. And they're like, no, let me tell you a joke. You know what the last thing I told my dad was?
I mean,
before he died? The last thing my dad said to me before he died. Stop shaking the fucking ladder! You can use that in your ass, yeah? I used to have a good relationship. I miss my dad, I miss my mom, yeah? I remember the last time I was over there just smoking a fag at the window, and he's like, you better not be smoking a fag out there! The fag's a cigarette, okay? It's not, you're not sucking a guy off, okay? Which you can do, you know, when you move to Thailand, there's plenty there, I'll tell you that much. I will be having so much cock. There's lady boys everywhere, man. Don't knock it till you try it. They can sing, they can dance, they can make you come. Try your prostate. We're getting dirty here. I'm sorry. Does anybody notice the doll at the bar? Did anybody know? Not you. I appreciate your confidence. Like, Greg, you know. I remember like growing up, like I was a bedwetter. Anybody else a bedwetter?
yeah.
There we go. I appreciate when people admit that. Like everyone else was like, no, I never did that. You fucking pussies. Like I went to bed when I was a little kid. Like that was like the first obstacle I had to get through with like being a big boy. You know? But I used to have like dolls like that in my room. Like my mom had a shelf of dolls she would keep in my room. My parents were like, you need to go to bed in the middle of the night. And I'm like, I'm not getting out of my bed. You're out of your mind. And like my parents let me watch Child's Play too. And one of the dolls had orange hair and overalls. Like I'm not leaving my bed. And I was like being potty trained. I also watched this movie called It. About this killer clown who lives in the sewers and kills kids in showers alone. You want me to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night alone when there's a killer clown there who's gonna rip my asshole through the sewers? That's not happening. It's like I had that going on, and like my parents were so, like they're like, okay, he keeps wetting the bed every night, what the hell's the problem? They had this doctor come in, and back in the 90s, like they had this fun little device. It was this metal sheet you would put over a mattress. Any drop of water or anything on it would just shock you. My dad's like, hey buddy, we're gonna get this. If it shocks you, can you wake up in the middle of the night and turn the mattress off? And I was like, I'm a big boy. Yeah, absolutely. So we get it. And like every night, just fall asleep and he'd wake up to, and he'd just be shaking me because I can't wake up. I'm sleeping through it. Finally got through it though. Like I was like, I'm a big boy. We got pull-ups. Got to go to my first sleepover, 4 years old, feeling like a big boy. And my friends down the street, they're my only friends. I don't have older brothers, but they're like my de facto older brothers. And they make me watch this movie, A Nightmare on Elm Street. Maybe a little too young. And it's about this guy who kills you in your sleep. And you're on your first sleepover. That's awesome. And we get to sleep outside in this tent they set up, and I'm with these three guys. I'm like, dude, I'm a big boy. I got pull-ups. And I don't want to fall asleep because I'm like, Freddy Krueger's gonna kill me. But I don't want to let them know. And as I'm about to fall asleep, I hear the older brother whisper in my ear, if you pee the bed, Freddy Krueger will kill you. And I can't sleep. But eventually I do fall asleep. I close my eyes and I wake up to just warm, wet liquid. And I hear them going, get the fuck out of here, Freddy Krueger's gonna kill you! And they lock me outside for what feels like an eternity. And I'm just screaming for my mom, crying. And I love that feeling, like that first feeling when you're alone in the dark and you overcome that fear and you're like, fuck it. I don't care what's in the dark. I'll kill it. But some of you might be wondering, why have I told you that? Is that your serial killer origin story? No, not yet. Driving in Denver a little bit more. We'll find out. We'll find out. But I love that film because like recently, I had a hip replacement recently. It's been great. It was a year ago, man. I'm like fully metal now. Like traveling has been great. It's like I go through, like I was with my wife recently, dude, and like I got stopped every time through the metal detector. They're like, are you wearing a belt? I'm like, no, I got a metal hip. They're like, no, where's your belt? I'm like, dipshit, metal hip here. And they're so thorough, they're like, they'll just be like, right here. And I'm like, is this as good for you as it is for me? I love it. Like, when I got my hip replacement, it was the night before Halloween. And I was like, all I wanted to do was like not spend the night in the hospital on Halloween on drugs. Like that was like the worst thing for me. Like if I wake up in the middle of the night, drugged up, and there's a doctor dressed as the Joker. Like, hey, you want to know how you got your scars? Let me tell ya. It was a great surgery, man. It was easy. But like, it was my first time getting to do like Oxycontin. Like I'd never done painkillers in my life. And I didn't want to. I was like, no, I'm a man. I'll go through the pain. I don't want to do it. And I talked to this nurse and she's like, listen, talks to me like I'm a 4-year-old. Listen, buddy. we're gonna cut through your entire ass. And then we're gonna cut your hip in half. We're gonna cut your hip shelf. We're gonna drill into your thigh bone. We're gonna replace your thigh bone with a metal titanium rod, create a new hip shelf, and then drill 4 screws in. You're gonna want painkillers. And I was like, all right, fair point. Can I keep my hip bone? Turns out you can't. You can't keep your bones. Did you guys know that? You can't keep your bones. Because I was like, if I keep my bones, dude, I would just want that hip so I can make a cane with it. Attached to a sword. How fucking metal would that be? It was great, like I was there and like my wife just helped me pee the whole night. Like kudos to her, she's the best wife in the whole world. I love her, I'm pandering right now. Trying to have sex tonight. Oh, it's gonna happen. Okay. Guys, so like I was saying, I like the scary movies like that, but do you guys watch any of those, what's the name of those movies? The dirty ones? The sex ones? You know? Pornographics. Yes. You guys watch those? Have you seen those? Holy shit. I was like, big fan. Like, dude, the plot? Okay. Acting? Subpar. Special effects? Great. You know, not bad. It's like, it's kind of formulaic, you know? Pretty formulaic. You're like, okay, guy and girl meet. Guy and 2 girls, 2 guys, 5 guys, 6 girls. Horse and a cowboy like that gentleman back there. Just saying, they make love. You know? It's like the same thing. Like a guy like this, like a guy will have a job, like a plumber or a pizza guy. And he's just like, yeah, electrician. Exactly, everybody knows. He goes over there and like, he's like, I'll change this, right? And like, this is what bugs me. It's like, what's the economy? Because he goes over there, does the job, and she's like, I can't pay. There must be some other way I can pay. How is this economy floating by? Like, this is how I feel. This is how I feel. Say you're this pizza shop owner, okay? You took a flight on some young teenage kid who needed a summer job. And you're like, all right, buddy, you're a friend of my son's. I'll give you this job, this pizza shop. And he's going out delivering pizzas all goddamn day. And you're in that shop, busting your goddamn ass with this cheese pizza. You're slaying it. And you got pressure because you're a small business owner, okay? And taxes are fucking flying out the goddamn ass. You got a little girl who wants to do dance class. And you're working your ass off in the pizza shop. And this kid's out there just fucking slaying dick. All summer long, and you're like, buddy, the pizza to money ratio is not making sense here. What's happening? And he fucking admits that he's been sleeping with all these girls, or guys, or horses. He comes back to this pizza shop, and this guy's like, dude, what the hell? He's like, listen, I'm sorry, I don't have the money. And the pizza shop owner's like, well, there must be some other way you can pay. Guys, thank you, that's been my time. Take care of it.